Now for the final section of this absolute mammoth unit of equations, we're going to try to find the solution of this thing. In other words, we're going to try to find x. And the only way to deal with this is to get x on its own. And at the moment, x is in 4 different places, so we've got our work cut out for us, I think. But the first thing is to combine these two fractions. And as we mentioned before, the best way of dealing with that is to make the denominators the same by doing what's called cross multiplication. So the x plus 2 multiplies up here and across here. And that would give me x minus 6, x plus 2. And the second one, the minus 6, multiplies both of these two terms, leaving x minus 6 over the same 2, x minus 6, x plus 2. And that still equals 2 over 15. The second part is to now combine these fractions, and that will give me, actually I'm going to combine them and expand them all in one go. So that's going to be x squared plus 2x, and the second one will be x squared minus 6x, and they're added. So it's plus x squared minus 6x. And that is all then divided by my 2 brackets, which I'm not going to bother writing. And that is 2 over 15. Now, the x squared terms can combine, and so can the x terms. So on my numerator, I've got 2x squared minus 4x. And that's equal to 2 over 15. What now? I can multiply my 15 up, so it leaves just 2 on this side. And if I did it in the mirror image, I can then multiply these 2 brackets up to here, to the 2, and that gets rid of all my fractions. So on my left hand side I have 15 lots of 2x squared minus 4x, and on my right hand side I've got 2 lots of those brackets. And you see now that I don't have any fractions. It's starting to become a bit more simple. And what to do now? Well, I could try to expand all of these terms out, and that would give me 30x squared minus 4 lots of 15 is 60x. And on this side, because I haven't written my 2 brackets, it's going to be a bit complicated to see. But this should be x squared minus 4x minus 12, and it's 2 of them. I shall write that down. X squared minus 4x minus 12. And that is expanded to 2x squared minus 8x minus 24. And I've got x squareds on both sides, x terms on both sides. Why don't I just put them all together? Because I'm trying to eliminate as many x terms as I can, and by gluing them up, it's now taking 4 x terms and bodging it into 2. So if I take away 2x squared from both sides, I've got 28x squared. And if I've got minus 60 and I add the 8, then that gives me minus 52x. And then I add the 24 to this side, plus 24 would equal 0. Now we're getting somewhere. I might, at this stage, try to divide everything by 2. And that might make my algebra a little simpler. So this is then going to be 14x squared minus 26x plus 12 equals 0. And luckily, this actually factorizes. You could use your quadratic formula here as well. Whichever method you want to use, you'll find that your values of x will be 1 or 6 over 7. So they're your 2 values. So overall, what you're trying to do, to go over the whole thing again, combine the 2 fractions, you'd put them all onto one line, expand the brackets out, make it long and horrible, put them all together on one side and get a quadratic equal to 0, and then use the quadratic formula or solving it in whichever way you want to find the x values. Right, we'll do one more video for the next example.